So let's do those intros for the YouTube. Hi, I'm Chickadee. I'm the I already fucked it up. Hi, I'm Chickadee. I use she, they pronouns. Shut up! And I'm the dungeon master. Let's start with Red.
Hi, I'm Red. Thanks so much for checking out the video. If you want to subscribe, like, and comment, I missed the most important part. Hi, I'm Red. He, him pronoun sorcerer, but also warlock. Harry Dresden from the books.
Oh. Hi, I'm Cribbins. I use the he, him pronouns. I also play the character Lotruda that's a level 3 ranger who uses they, them pronouns. That's how you fucking do it!
Let's go!
I am Tex. I'm a he, him pronouns, and I play DRUGAR, who I realize isn't a level 4 barbarian. I thought we leveled up.
No, you guys are level 4. To catch you up, we ended last session with everybody going to sleep after having talked to a raven who was going to help them find a leaky rift nearby in the forest. So this session starts off with everybody waking up, doing their regular morning routine, and Drew are coming up with the fantastic idea of calling on Violet, the Eladrin that they had met before they even found the hunting outpost.
But then he'll also mention, like, oh, if we're gonna find where one of these rifts are, do we still have the Violet summoning thing? It's really good that we're gonna figure out this rift so we can get Violet to come to where we are, and we can place her back in the Feywild. Maybe she can, or they can direct us.
Also, are we assuming that if we go through the portal, then we'll end up in the Feywilds?
At least I did. I absolutely think that.
It's pretty, yeah, it's like, the Feywilds is pretty big, right? I mean, we could end up in a different plane, but we're pretty sure it's going to end up being Feywilds at this point.
Yes, because I remember from the reports that we were told about people have been appearing in random places.
Yeah.
And I know time does not work the same, if I remember correctly. So I think our best bet is to try our best not to actually go through. Otherwise, who the fuck knows where we will end up.
Yeah, going through without preparation is probably not a good idea.
Yes, yes, that makes a lot of sense. So are we agreeing that maybe we summon Violet and see if she will be our guide?
I think so. Yeah.
Plant that baby.
Plant it.
I just sort of get the flower and just stick it in the floor.
Okay.
I think it's the ground.
And that's it, you just stick it in the ground?
Do we have to water it or something?
I think
I mean,
I'd rather not waste the water.
I mean, if you get the coffee in me, I'll water it.
Okay.
Sure.
Get it?
Yeah.
Yes, you're going to piss on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on it. No, I don't think I'm gonna do that. I don't want to insult Violet.
So the second that you water it, it starts growing at like a really fast speed for how things would normally grow. Normally you can't watch things grow. And so it grows and grows and a flower forms on top of it, or like the flower gets bigger, I guess. It was already a flower. And then it opens and there's like a pool inside of it. When you look inside, you see Violet kind of like looking up at you, but it looks like she's looking down, you know what I mean? And she's like, hi!
Bonjour.
Hey.
Sup?
I think we are in need of your assistance.
She agrees to meet with them. They have to spend some time waiting for her as she's still like a little further away and not in the right direction to get to the rift.
Neat.
So is there anything you want to do to pass the time, or?
DRGUARS just going to constantly be staring at Harry just to make sure that the coin, isn't fully taking him over.
Okay, sounds good.
Just be like fiddling in my spellbook, doodling.
Sure.
DRGUARS trying to like look over his shoulder to see if he's drawing like pentagrams or something.
If I notice him trying to look over my shoulder, I will be purposely drawing pentagrams.
And then DRGUARS will slowly go back and then walk to Latruda and being like, he's losing the battle.
Okay.
What?
I think I've confided in Latruda that DRUGAR thinks that Harry is possessed.
And Latruda forgot and is confused.
Oh.
Using the what? A battle? Is he playing zeros and X's?
No, Harry. Remember, Harry took the coin from me and is now possessed by some sort of fey demon. And you know he's doing his best to fight it off, but he's drawing pentagrams now in his journal. We may have to put him down soon.
I'm not entirely sure where you were raised, but in a group of people, did anyone like mention anything about fucking with each other? I think that's what they call it.
Not once,
No?
no. And trust me, this isn't a prank. The thing that happened during the night when you were off with your new muse,
Oh my God.
there's no way that could be a prank.
Now, I told him it was all a joke, and like I tried to make him feel better, but he doesn't believe me because he thinks that's the demon trying to trick him now. Which is, fair. You know what? Like, fair. But at this point, I'm just messing with him a little bit.
Okay.
I don't
just
know how to
wanted to
make
be.
him... Yeah.
I wanted to be on the same level.
Yeah, and like
Just-
that's the truth, maybe. Right? Who knows?
Yeah.
But seriously, no, I'm not. I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, you have Fae in you, and you can explode things and things. So
Yeah, totally.
mess with people's minds and stuff. So I mean, if you were part fiend or something like that, it really would not go,
No,
like
yeah,
off
human through and
path.
through.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I
I
just
could
wanted to
drink-
know what was going on.
I could
may play
drink
along.
holy water right now. Like I could just down holy water. I'd be fine.
Eventually, Violet shows up. The Raven takes them on their way to this leaky rift.
That is
So,
good.
so this rift, where are we headed?
I
I got this, Lutruda. I got this. And caw, tell the crow that we're going. It's time to leave.
And you'll
I'm-
get the head tilt again, and like he'll like hop to a new branch as like he's like trying to like talk to you with like body language instead, because he's like, you're not saying words, so like I don't think you can understand my words, kind of thing.
So shall we walk and talk?
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Is the crow actually showing us which way to go?
Yeah, they pull up to a clearing and the Raven leaves. They don't see anything in this clearing. Violet also does not see anything, so they start trying things to figure out why the Raven dropped them off here. And you travel for a while, to the point where the sun is like, you can tell it's starting to set, because you can see it like coming in the side of the trees instead of the dappling from above. And then you come to this like open part in the trees again, and the Raven will sit down on a branch. It will caw 3 times, and as it caws that second time, its eyes start to like revert back to like being normal Raven eyes, and then it'll just like fly off.
Violet, do you know if we are here? Is there any way of seeing?
I don't see anything yet. Maybe we should take a look around. I have like 4 billion different types of checks written down that if you chose to do them, you would get different things.
Ooh. Prepared DM alert, everyone.
So I'll deal with the Arcana check first. So you close your eyes like you have many times, kind of reaching out with your senses, to see if you feel anything, and you definitely feel something kind of like tingly in the air. So then we'll deal with both investigation checks. So Latruda starts by just like throwing some stuff into the middle while Drugar is kind of doing a perimeter. Drugar notices that there are markings on the trees around the perimeter. So you notice these markings on the trees. Other than that, you don't really notice anything special. After throwing some stuff around, Latruda's not really like noticing anything going different. So they start walking around a little bit, and they also notice these markings on the trees. In addition to that, as they're walking, they get a little bit closer to the middle than Drugar has, and they feel this like tingling sensation from the very middle of it. So with that information, you can continue to do stuff. So Drugar, like as you get closer to Latruda, you also start to feel this tingling sensation.
Oh no, I'm gonna get possessed. Drugar grabs his axe a little bit tighter. Okay, and then I'll be like, "Hey, Violet, we're getting a little something, little something here to you."
So she'll start walking over to you as well, and she'll start doing a perimeter like closer to where you are. And at some point, she'll like stop and she'll do this, and she's like, "Come right here."
Alright.
Drugar will go.
I'll wander over there.
So if you look exactly where she's looking, you see the faintest shimmering, just like in the air.
Oh,
Ooh.
magnifique. That is so cool.
Yeah, totally. We all seeing what we're seeing.
Harry takes a closer look at it, gets up real close and looks through, and can see that there's definitely something that is not this same forest, looking through this window.
It's 11.
11? Okay,
Yeah.
so you get a little bit closer to this, like, paper-thin crack, and you can see through it a little bit more, and it seems kind of familiar to you, but at the same time, it seems altered. So you get the feeling that it's the Fae, but it's not. There's something changed about it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's something weird about this rift, guys.
And when you say
Classic
that,
Fae.
Violet's going to walk over and kind of take a gander through. This, you're right, this looks like home, but it also doesn't look like home. I don't know where that is.
Okay, so do you still want to go in and investigate, or shall we go back to the camp and tell the others, or?
I mean, it's definitely like probably pretty risky to go investigate, but like at the same time, like why not?
Like, Violet, do you have like do you want to maybe take this risk and potentially go home? Is this something that's interested, or are you freaked out by this and you don't want to touch it?
I mean, that's not home. There's something off.
Yeah.
If Violet's thinking that this isn't home, I think we close this sucker. That's what Drugar's thinking.
Harry, thinking that maybe he can get some extra information out of his patron, Leah, summons her. She isn't really able to give much extra information, more confirming what they learned from the Dreamweaver, that there are leaky rifts, and confirms that this is happening.
And I'll draw out. Drugar's not gonna like this. I'm gonna draw out a pentagram on the ground, and I'm gonna put candles.
At times.
I'll put candles at all the points, and I'm gonna put the biscuit with honey on it in the center of it. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna light all of them, and I'm gonna do like a tiny little summoning ritual to call out to not Mab, Leandicid, and see if I can get her to come visit and talk to us.
So you say her full true name 3 times. And how does this normally look? You describe, because it's gonna work. So you describe what this normally looks like.
So normally she would just appear in the middle of the circle and probably be a little annoyed that I summoned her.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Because
she appears. She's got her like arms crossed in front of her, like, okay, what do you want?
Oh, this is the Fae plane through it.
Well, it's a Fae plane.
It almost sounds like the planes are like blurring into each other. Like the
Blurring,
separation,
leaking, something like that.
The separation between planes is becoming less and less. That's not good.
The group, despite earlier in the session deciding that they shouldn't go through without preparation, decide that they're going to figure out how to get through this rift to explore a little bit further.
So at this point, Drugar is now putting a couple pieces together, thinking that I believe he thinks that his friends are still in the Feywild.
Okay.
Would he surmise that? So I think he would surmise that. So he's now really interested in kind of getting, like, kind of throwing caution in the wind, even with these these two party members kind of being like, you know, they kind of supersede them in the bed because I've known them for a while.
Yeah.
So he's really amped up to start like, hey, listen, you know what? If you need a guinea pig, tie me the rope. Let's go. I'm trying to go. I gotta find who I'm looking for.
I believe we should enter this rift then.
Do you want to go one at a time? Do you want to go as a group? What are we thinking?
How about Drugar? You go in and then come straight back out.
I'm out. Peace.
So wait, whoa. Whoa.
Does Drugar listen to that, or does Drugar go?
No.
I mean, he would. If he
Do I
would
have
consider that an order.
Because I will fucking.
honestly, if you do have it, Drugar is probably like he takes this in order. He kind of wants to go in anyway, so yeah, he's going.
Okay, we gotta go now. Literally, like it could change with the rifts changing. It might send us to a different place than where Drugar is. Let's just go.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I just
Drugar
walk
gets
through.
up to the rift,
Like, I don't even wait. I just walk.
and
through, like,
as he's going to walk, his hand touches the rift, and it burns you a little bit. Take 1 hit point of damage. Messing around with it, basically.
I'm gonna get angry at it because it burned me, so I'm gonna rage, and I'm gonna just keep going through.
Okay.
I'm gonna rage walk.
So
Yeah,
you go to force your way through. You take 2 hit points of force damage, and you don't make it through. You can't go through this, I don't think. This is a window rather than a door, I suppose.
Actually, I will. I'm gonna. Am I still raging? I'm still raging. Can I hit it with my axe?
Yeah, sure.
Oh no. How Drugar loses his axe.
I hope not. I got nothing else. Oh, sorry, it's my maul.
No, you're just gonna walk up. You're gonna hit it. You can hit it. It bounces back. And it looks like it took like a little bit of damage. There's like a chink coming out, so it's not like a perfect blade or it's a maul. There's like a dent in it.
There's a dent in my maul. Oh,
Yeah.
Now I'm royally pissed.
Latruda tries by placing their hand on it, casting Cure Wounds, because part of what they were sent to do is to close them up. And so I think that they probably thought that maybe it would heal the rift a little bit. So when they do this, they touch it, they push their magic into it, and...
I'm gonna try something weird.
Cool. At that point, I'm gonna start putting soothing cream on my burns because I still have it.
I'm gonna go over to it and put some energy into my one arm with Cure Wounds, and I'm just gonna sort of touch it with the magic pulsing into my hand.
So it's still gonna burn you. You'll take 1 hit point of burn damage. You see it like take that energy. So like it looks like it like took your energy and did something, but nothing really changes.
Interesting.
I mean, I could just try sending pure energy into it and try to overload it and see what happens. This could be dangerous, but
Let's roll, baby.
might be worth the science experiment. Could I just like put the tip of my staff on it and just unload all the energy I have into it?
Every spell slot?
Yeah, so like 2 level 2s, 4 level 1s worth of energy into the rift to see what happens.
All about touching your tip to the
Giggity.
And with this energy, the same thing happens. That shimmeriness that's around it dissipates, and then it expands. So now there is this larger crack they can see through. They're not seeing anything different than what they had before, but the crack is bigger, the shimmeriness has expanded, as well as a ring of mushrooms seems to have sprouted up or grown further around this rift.
made it worse.
I don't know if that's worse or better.
A con saving throw.
Sure.
Ooh.
Or like unleashing all of your energy at once. I feel like that might exhaust you a little bit.
I got 9.
I'm gonna give you a level of exhaustion.
So now that the rift's bigger, I'll probably try to I'll stagger away using my staff for support. And if I can find like a rock on the ground, I want to try to toss a rock through the rift.
Okay. So you toss the rock, and it just like moves through the space. It's still on this plane. When you watch it, it doesn't go like through the portal though. It kind of it gets close to it and it does this. It goes around where it is.
Ooh.
The next thing he wants to try is to kind of test out the mushrooms. While he's looking and examining these mushrooms, Latruda remembers that they haven't checked out those markings that were on the trees, and so they go over to those, start looking at them.
Are we eating
so
these things?
one thing that we forgot about, I'm going to go to the markings on the trees.
Yep.
And I'm just
Are
going
you
to have
now?
a look. Are they symbols?
Sigils.
Sigils?
Sigils,
Cyclicals?
Sigils.
do me a nature
Ooh.
check.
I'm gonna
So,
find that out.
you walk over to the trees and you take like a look at them. You gather that these are not natural markings in any way, shape, or form. It is not from deer rubbing their antlers. It is not from like a bear scratching its claws or anything like that. It looks similar to fire damage, but there's something just like a little different about it.
Hey, Ari, come over here, please.
You take a closer gander at these, and it looks like a burn mark. A little different. It looks similar to marks that you've seen your fire leave. Drugar decides to try again to get through the rift, but thinks that maybe if he tries eating some mushrooms, maybe that will give a different result. And so he eats a mushroom, backs up, and takes another running start. Still does not get through, though with this repeated trying to get through, he has noticed that unlike the first time he touched it, there seems to be a little bit of a give.
Can Drugar like investigate the mushrooms a little bit to see if it's like, normal here, if it looks like poisonous, if there's anything kind
Yeah.
of saucy, since it interacted with the portal differently? He's definitely not even paying attention to the markings on the right.
Yeah, for sure. You inspect the mushrooms. You've seen mushrooms that look like this before.
Great. Drugar definitely eats the mushroom, and then once he swallows, he'll try going through the portal.
Okay, so you down the mushroom, and you go to walk through with confidence.
Yes.
Oh, and you take 6 force damage. However,
Ooh.
it does feel like there was like rather than being like a pane of like glass or something in this window, it now feels like it was like plexiglass. So like there was like a little bit of give.
Ooh.
Maybe you need a run-in start.
I mean, Drugar might die trying to get into this portal, so we're all fully aware. The portal alone is going to kill him.
Oh.
So he's going to go back. He's going to eat another mushroom, and
Sure.
he'll do the running start.
And the same thing happens. You hit this like slightly giving force, and you take 5 damage.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me try something. Like, the wind is sort of going to shift around me. I'm going to look suddenly like I'm not floating, but lighter on my feet. And I'm going to cast, what's it called again? Zephyr Strike. So basically like it's like an anime,
New
super
Ruder one?
super fast strike. Like,
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The Goku.
We're gonna end
So
the world.
you're
We're gonna end the
going
world
to
with
run
Pexels.
up, and you throw this giant haymaker of a punch. You're gonna take 6 force damage, and you feel the same thing. Had you touched this before? You hadn't tried to go through, right?
I've touched it with cure wounds.
Right. Okay, so yeah, so you do notice that it gives a little bit.
I believe maybe we need to put more energy into it.
Yeah, I
Like
think
you
so
did.
too. I don't have enough energy though.
Do you think we could camp here and try again?
We could.
Starting to get kind of frustrated, realizing that Violet hasn't put a whole lot of effort forward to figure this out. They kind of turn to her for some extra information. But the more that I spend time here, the more I realize that I think this might be where I started in the forest.
So you think maybe this is where you came in?
Yeah. Night falls, and so they decide that it is time to sleep. Maybe they will try again tomorrow with Harry throwing all of his energy into the rift again, because that did do something, but he's out of energy now. And so they decide to go to sleep. They do want to keep an eye on the rift, see if it grows or shrinks throughout the night. And so everyone goes to sleep, but Latruda and Fox.
I'm gonna like set up a little campfire just on the edge of the ring. What I was thinking of doing, if anyone has any other ideas, maybe we could study it, like take a measurement of it, see what's happening. Is it growing? Is it shrinking? You know, over time.
Yeah, just keep an eye on it like the entire time we're here, basically.
Yeah, and then like we'll take shifts watching it.
Yeah,
because
totally makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, we'd probably want to take shifts to watch anyways in the forest, right?
Partway through Latruda's watch, something comes through the rift. And so they wake everybody up, and there's a combat. So who was on first watch? That was Latruda? Okay, so I will have you do a perception check.
Bullshit.
So while you're watching the rift, you notice a ripple. And then a little time passes, and a couple of ripples come through. And then things happen. And then you see 3 things come out of it. It's still pretty dark, so you can't make them out super well. But they're generally dog-shaped. Or wolf-shaped, or something like that.
Oh no.
So what do you want to do when you see these things come out?
I mean, I'm gonna go, Milt, wake up, wake up, wake up.
Ready your weapons and your magic and roll initiative.
So are we...
Okay, there we go. That's our initiative. Ed.
Eddie.
So we do start with Harry. So you're awoken by Latruda screaming Merd.
Get woke.
Okay, and what do I see?
You see 3 dog-like things.
3 dog-like things, and they seem dangerous?
Yeah, they're like snarly.
Okay, I will... Scorching Ray!
Okay.
I think I'll send all 3 at 1 for now. 12 fire damage.
So this doggo disappears. And now it has reappeared.
Oh.
Okay.
And it will bite Harry. Well, just tell me, does a 9 hit?
No.
Okay.
Get wrecked.
So this one is going to disappear and reappear.
Oh.
And
I know it's coming.
bite at Drugar.
I know it.
That's a 13 to hit.
I'm 14.
This one will disappear and reappear. And attack Latruda, just that everybody gets a little something, like, whiffed by them. Fuck! I assume an 8 does not hit.
No.
So each one of these dogs, it goes to take a bite of one of you, and it's almost like its depth perception just, like, isn't right, and it kind of, like, snaps in front of you. And it is Drugar's turn.
I guess I'll stand up. I'll rage,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will attack. Can't pivot. They have me pinned, unfortunately. I will attack the one next to Fox.
So as it hits, I think it lights everything up a little bit more. So the thing that you can see looks like this.
Yeah, so basically what you see is Drugar wakes up, he gets gets kind of infuriated by being woken up so early, takes his maul, slams it down, and then once it connects, you see electricity kind of pulse through his arms and then go into the head of the maul, kind of doing that type of radiant damage with like little sparks kind of like dissipating.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Yep. And that's all I'm gonna do.
Right, Latruda.
Fox, get behind.
5 piercing damage.
Okay. So I'm just gonna thump I do like an uppercut thump with my stump into the blink dog's face. Number 1. Huzzah! Ooh, 8 damage.
Violet just fucking
does not
runs
get
away, by
hit.
the way.
She does not take any damage there. And then she's going to shoot a bow.
All right,
Pew.
thank God. Hits
Don't you
DRGUARS.
mean shoot an arrow?
Only nerds go far away.
Which does hit. And
Shows up in different
the dude
timelines.
takes some damage.
So can I do like a knowledge check to find out, do I know the blink dog or the dog's weakness maybe? Because I know about faith things.
So instead of like hitting the creature, I'd like to like know the creature.
I want to be friended.
Yeah, you
know its
can
deepest,
do,
darkest secrets.
I guess a nature check. Arcana? Nature? Or
I would love Arcana.
Perception.
Arcana. Yeah, okay, so
Dog
you
blinks.
know that this is a blink dog.
I'm going to hold out my hand and I'm gonna use my staff to make an orb of fire appear, and then I'm gonna hurl it at the number 1 blink dog.
Okay.
So 15 fire damage. I always liked the end of Old Yeller, and then I throw the orb at it.
Harry did a big ol' damage. So number 3 is gonna bite toward him.
Thank God, because I just realized both dogs are flanking me right now.
A
and
9
I'm really happy
does
about
not
it.
hit. The other one is kind of upset about the lightning, so is going to attack Drugar with advantage because flanking.
Truth.
That would be a
Ooh.
21 to hit.
Ooh.
I'll allow it.
It's
portal
2
power.
damage. It
Is it-
gives you
what
like a
type of
little
damage?
nip. Piercing.
Mm.
So I think I get half that, eh?
So you get 1 damage of a little nip.
All right, so I'm gonna go after the same pup that just nipped me. I deal 11 damage to the number 2, the one that I've been working on.
11.
Basically, Drugar is being nipped by the dog, and I like to think that
Not now,
he
sir.
grabs the dog, kind of throws it on the ground, and as he does it, he does the axe splitting. As it's
Ooh.
going, you guys notice that the charge up is happening again, going through his the kind of lighting up his tattoo a bit, going through his hands. And as he's coming down with it, with the normal bludgeoning damage, you still see the shoot, but it more, as opposed to doing like a little like implosion, it's like channeling the electricity straight into the dog.
Ooh.
This dog is looking very worse for wear. It seems to be like labored breathing from all this like radiant damage that's happened.
Okay. Seeing that Fox is a little bit hurt, I'm gonna give it a second before I give it a command. I'm gonna just flip out my hatchet and go for a strike with my hatchet on just its head, basically because it's the closest thing to me. And then I'm gonna give it a big ol' uppercut punt with my stump. So that is 4 + 4. That's 8 damage.
Okay.
And then the uppercut.
I'm gonna stop you there
punt.
for a sec. As you come down
Ooh.
with that, you manage to just lop its head right off.
Then I chop its head off, and I'm just about to punt it, and I see that its head just came clean off. So I'm gonna do like a spin. I'm gonna spin into the other one.
Nice.
So I'm gonna spin punt.
Yep.
So I can
Ooh.
spunt.
This dog is still looking kind of okay, but it's a little hurt.
I'll spin around.
Okay.
And I'll do the same thing with another fire orb.
Little spinny. Light that puppy up.
It is
Damn, Arj.
scorched. Like it looks like it's kind of a melty dog now.
Did anyone call for a hot dog?
Disadvantage.
I'm so much funnier than you guys are acting today. I don't know what
Does anyone in
So-
chat appreciate his jokes? Did you put in a poll? I don't know.
So the dog standing there between all three of you, is it turns and it tries real hard to bite, but it's having a rough go. But it manages to get in a nip at Harry. And Harry will take 6 points of piercing damage.
Yeah, I'm down. No, I'm kidding.
It disappears.
Oh fuck.
Boop.
My movement wouldn't get me there.
No.
I don't think. But I do have a javelin. So what I really want to do is I want to kind of get like a running start and then throw the javelin at the
I like it.
The dog. As I'm running and throwing it, you see I'm holding the tattoo in my arm again is glowing, and then the electricity goes into the tip of the javelin, and it's kind of like one of those things where when I'm chucking it and I hit it, like as soon as the tip hits, it does the little implosion and then beds the javelin into the dog for again 9 damage.
Okay, so as that happens, it connects with the dog, and you watch the electricity like ripple out through the entire dog. It shakes a little and then it falls. And after they're defeated, Latruda and Drugar sit down to butcher them, cook up a little bit of the meat, and then go back to sleep.
I'm just instinctively through my like training and stuff and just knowing survival. I'm just gonna gather the dogs together and just start like butchering them. Just
Yeah, I've
get bits.
literally thinking that.
Sure.
Out of my headspace.
That is 19, so 24 altogether.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, you can
Well,
have
I'll take-
whatever kind of bits you want from these.
Sweet.
Okay, I kind of want to just harvest most of it, like
Yeah.
the meat, to
Sure.
just, and then probably the teeth as well. Just might be valuable.
Do
You
you
never
think?
know.
Do you think like the I maybe this is? Do you think like the blinking part of the dog is actually their eyes, so they can kind of like see where they're going? So maybe like the blink dog's eyes is where the blink
Love it.
comes
It's
from.
canon.
Take it.
Because they blink, right? Because they're blinking.
Yep. Blink. The rest of the night, they go through their watches, nothing else happens. And so the next day, Harry tries again, dumps all of his energy into it. The same thing happens, that shimmeriness dissipates, and then as it comes back, it tears that rift further apart.
So, what do you think after breakfast? Want me to dump my load into the portal again?
You know, I was
Did it go
thinking
down?
maybe.
Did it go down? Like so?
Oh, yeah,
throughout the
true.
night,
Oh,
what
the
happened
marks.
That's a good point.
other than it popping up?
It looks the same
Dogs.
as it did, other
Okay.
than the fact that some blink dogs came out of it.
I
Yeah,
believe
luck failed, man,
maybe
whatever.
putting your power into it again, maybe.
All right,
You
so I
think?
go
Are we sure?
or with my staff. It's too
Someone's gonna
late.
get kind of sleepy. We just woke up.
I'll try to like meter how I'd put it in. So like if it, yeah, I'm just gonna dump it all in. There's no way for me to know like once it becomes
YOLO.
like penetrable. So YOLO, dumping it all in again.
Okay.
So
Shit.
what
I
happened with the
mean-
portal when I dumped my load into it this time?
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah,
Basically the
like,
same
we're gonna
the
skip it
same
over,
thing
like-
happens again. So the shimmeriness kind of dissipates again, but when it comes back this time, it comes back grander. The crack opens up. It is like the size of a person now, very easily. Like it looks like a door-sized thing now, rather than something that you'd have to like kind of like wiggle through.
We're totally making it worse, but that's fine.
Like I said,
No.
we're gonna end the world of this session.
With a wound, sometimes you need to open it more to get things out and clean
Yeah, I
it.
mean, that's what I had to do for you. I made the wound by much larger to fix it.
So, instead of hurting themselves again, so just poking it, you'll take one hit point of fire damage, but you don't feel nearly as much resistance on your finger this time.
And
Just
roll
like
it.
one the size of
No,
my
no.
hand.
Let you run at it again.
And I'm just gonna like full on pelt it to the portal.
Which one of these things is happening?
Let
Oh,
The
you
rock thing?
Let's do the rock first. It's
I
smarter.
don't know which
Just throw
So
the rock
you
at Drugar and
chuck a
run it.
rock,
hits him in
and
the head.
the rock disappears.
Motherfucker.
Ah, looks like it has worked.
And so Drugar's like, I'm going through, and starts to walk through, not telling anyone that he's going through. It's just happening. He's decided.
And say, literally, if you're gonna do a message, do it soon. I'm gonna give this a go, and then he's gonna put his arms out and he's gonna slowly walk.
We should wait. Okay. If we don't go through around the same time, where the portal drops us off could be different, so we probably want to run through at the same time.
Yeah, DRGUARS already gone. So I'd be like, guys, it's working. I'd hurry up with your shit, to be honest with you, because I feel like I'm kind of pot committed right now. I'm really pot committed.
Yeah, okay. So I'll definitely, like, I'll say the thing as I'm, like, walking over to follow him through to Latruda.
And so Harry goes through nearly right after DRUGAR. Latruda wants to try to leave some sort of message, realizing that Violet's not going to follow them because this isn't home. They tell her to go to the Hunter's outpost, let them know what happened, let them know where they went, and then they go through as well.
Oh, wait, no, actually, fuck you, birds. Go away a second. I'm just gonna write a big stick and I'm just gonna write in the floor. Gone this way.
Okay.
Point an arrow to the portal.
Awesome.
And then I'm gonna step through.
Okay. So the three of you step through. Violet does not follow.
Son of a bitch, Violet.
She was our guide!
She's the worst.
Fair.
Oh, Violet, you go tell the camp then.
I'll let that happen.
They won't hunt you. That's fine. No, they said they're cool with Faye, so.
It's fiends that they're not cool with.
Got you. Fox is coming too?
There is a camp.
Yeah, of course. Fox will go through.
Tell them where we've gone.
Nice. Love it.
Yeah, okay, so you guys all go through the portal, and we're gonna call it there.
I think it's good, yeah.
Ooh.
I think that's a great place to end, and also, I need to take some time.
Also, recap super easy for next time. We fought some dogs and we went through the portal.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
Done.
This whole session took place
cheated.
like pretty much in one spot, which is interesting.
It was a bottle. We did a bottle episode.
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
Yeah. And the only thing I want to plug is to come back in a month's time.
Yeah, come back in a month's time. Woo, 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 woo.
If you do know what grass feels like, what, you think you're better than me or something?
Hey, thanks for checking out Chicka D&D. If you liked what you saw, click all the buttons down below. Subscribe, like, comment, you know the drill. Also, it'd be really cool if you came and checked us out live at Chickadee93 on Twitch, where you get to participate in the conversation or watch us play D&D on campaign days. Thank you again so much. See you next time. Bye.